Hey VC, Jeff back again. Yeah, it's been a hell of a last couple weeks. Yeah, let's just say fuck cancer. It's been a hell of a last couple weeks. So had a lot of time to binge a lot of movies and TV shows, and yeah, finally got home like a few days ago. So I've been listening to a stack of music. Yeah, it's been hell. Anyway, got a bit of a stack here. Got a lot of stuff revisited and a lot of new to me CDs. So we're gonna put most of the focus on the CDs here. But yeah, a lot of stuff I've revisited. I haven't shown for a while, so I'm just gonna go for it. Jumping in. Hope everyone had a good Easter. Um, we got Swell Maps. This is their second album, Jane from Occupied Europe. Kind of appropriate now, I guess. Um, yeah, it's like post punk, somewhere from UK, I believe. But anyway, yeah, post punk second album. A little on the experimental side. I would give it a 5. It's worth checking out. If you haven't already, it's pretty easy to stream. Um, like I said, I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on the revisits. So yeah, if you don't know that one, check it out. Um, yeah, so Limonana's Shadow People. So French, kind of garagey, psyche band. So Antoine from Ryan Jonestown Massacre produced this, and he guest vocals on some tracks. They have a lot of guest musicians on this. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a 5, but 4.5 ish. It's worth listening to. I haven't really explored all their albums, if I'm honest, but yeah, this one's pretty damn good. Worth checking out. It doesn't go for a lot of money. You can probably get a copy for under $20 if you look around. But yeah, and it comes with the CD version as well. So Liminanas, yeah, if you like that kind of, if you like Brian Jonestown Massacre, you'd like this. Let's just put it that way. Especially since Antoine produced it, it sounds an awful lot like it. Um, some male, some female vocals. A lot of French, but yes, it's a great album. Yeah, my favorite Melvin's album. Yeah, Lysol. Originally, it was spelled like the disinfectant. Unfortunately, I didn't keep my original copy because I'm a dumbass. But yes, the reissue on Boner Records comes with another great album, Eggnog, on the other side. Um, yeah, the Lysol one is a bit more on. I think it's Patty. Is it Patty Hearst's daughter? I forget. They always change bassists. Like for Lorax, like she had an interesting mother. I want to say it's Patty Hearst, but it was somebody famous, so some kind of um, I want to say, yeah, it was some kind of uh, not newspaper Mongol type daughter. I can't remember now, but yeah, it was a pretty. When I looked her up, she was kind of interesting. But anyways, this one's the more drony one, really slow build. Um, has a really awesome cover of oh god, what's that? A Sacrifice. Yeah, but awesome album. That's a 5 all day long in my books. Another one through on the turntable lately. Japanese pressing of Men at Work, Business as Usual. It was just kind of a little more light listening, but it's a pretty solid album. You can get it pretty easily. Yeah, most of you guys know this. It holds up pretty well as an album now. Um, yeah, 4-ish, 4.5 maybe for some people. For me, it's a 4. But it's not something I throw on all that often, but it's fun. Magazine Play is probably the easiest magazine to get a hold of. This is a live album, so a lot of really solid stuff on there. Definitive great Gaze closing it out. Light Pours Out of Me, Permafrost, Song from Under the Floorboards, Give Me Everything. All solid hit. It's basically like a greatest hits. It's a live recording, but it's a really clean live recording because it's obviously soundboard. Um, I highly recommend this one if you can find it. For me, it's a 5. It's one of my favorite live albums of all time. But it doesn't really sound like a live album. It's definitely recorded live. Yeah, worth checking out. If you like that early post-punk stuff. It's kind of a post-punk week. I've shown this before. Hey Matt. Yeah, these are going up. You used to be able to pick this up for cheap. I think I paid like $1 sealed for this when the label went out of business. Kill Shaman Records, which was a really awesome record label, which I didn't really discover until they went out of business. Started sampling all their stuff. I was like, wow, I really like them. I just bought their entire catalog, more or less. Wish I'd bought there was a couple I didn't buy because they were going for like $10, and I wish I had now. But yeah, this one's pretty damn good. I don't know. I would say pretty solid 4. It's worth checking out if you run across one on the cheap. So it's again, it's another French duo like the other one. I don't know if they're a couple or not, but yeah. So Bizot and Oliver Tumo, whatever. Anyway, so it's kind of very krautrocky. Most of the vocals, I believe, are actually in German, even though they're French. I don't know. I'm not really up on my European languages. Um, but yeah, it's a slightly uneven, but it's a really cool album. Nice sound to it. Yeah, kind of that. It's very psychedelic, obviously from the cover. Garagey psychedelic by way of krautrock is best I can describe it, with kind of Stereolab-esque vocals, but not in English. Yeah, that goes for the vinyl stack. And jumping on the CDs, a lot of these I've never shown before. Been working through the King Kong discography. So it's an interesting super group of math rock musicians, but is decidedly not math rock. Of their catalog so far, I would say of the ones I've listened to, this is probably my favorite. Um, yeah, 4.5, maybe even a 5 on this. It's pretty damn good. This is the one to pick up so far of the ones I've listened to. So is that kind of if you like K-Rex, Drag City type stuff, is that, but if you like what do you call it? And I'm just out of it on the freaking payments. Beat Happening. If you like Beat Happening type stuff, you'd probably like this. So it's like Slint and Tortoise and all these like other major Midwestern type heavier bands, and they're doing like Beat Happening, kind of folky, irrelevant rock. I don't know. But yeah, this one's pretty damn good. Yeah, I may stream it first. It's definitely not for everyone. And along the same lines, you have that kind of Beat Happening sound again. I'd probably give it a 4.5. It's Ed's redeeming qualities. This one's Big Grapefruit cleanup job. Looking on Discogs, it seems like most of their albums are pretty well regarded, but they're kind of hard to get a hold of. Nearest I can figure, they're from the Boston area, Salem. I think, yeah, so I got this from my friend who lives up there, so I must have gone to one of their gigs in the mid-90s. But they have quite the catalog, and probably just pick up any of them. But yeah, if you like Beat Happenings, that kind of K-Rex sound, quite good. And moving on, I've shown a lot of these guys lately. I've been kind of on a binge. Les Rosales de Nudes, Japanese, like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. They're active till mid-90s, I believe. This recording, they're all bootlegs. I was buying them on vinyl. Now I'm kind of moving to CD just because one is easier to get all of, 2 is cheaper, and 3 it sounds just as good because these things are just like noisy messes. Yeah, so basically the band they only have one official release, and it actually is getting re-released on Light on the Attics. If you're interested, you got to pre-order it now. But yeah, pretty much all their recordings are bootlegs, on purpose, because the band doesn't want a polished sound, so they kind of purposely bootlegged all their stuff. Of all their stuff, this is might be my absolute favorite. It's pretty damn close, if not. So Heavier Than a Death in the Family. There's still a fair amount of the CD copies floating around. It fits on a single CD or it'd be like a double LP. But yeah, honestly, it's bootleg. The vinyl I bought, it's on that Phoenix Records, and all the Phoenix Records Japanese releases, they sound really flat. I would just buy it on CD because I always kind of regret it every time I bought it on vinyl because it's just not very dynamic sounding. But yeah, I would give this a 5. Very, yeah. Again, it's yeah, psychedelic, noisy. Um, Main influence of these guys was the Velvet Underground and yeah, the early God, what are they called? Blue Cheer, like this, like the first album, basically, like the noisy one. Um, but yeah, excellent. They refused to use English. They use that kind of a fake French name, but everything's in Japanese. It's freaking wonderful. So one of those kind of things you just put on, throw the headphones on, just chill out to. Another one. So these are a long time ago. Milk Mine. That's one word. Milk, M-I-N-E. This is their only album. They have 2 singles. I have 1 single. I need to hunt down the other. Um, so I believe they're out of Ohio, but they were signed to a local Baltimore label here. Damn good album. I don't know if I give it a perfect 5. There's not like a lot of like really standout songs, but the album itself is really really freaking good. 4.5 all day long, I'd say. Yeah, I would just knock it a little bit because there's not a track that's like holy crap, that's the best song ever. There's nothing like it just really stands out on it, but the album as a whole is freaking awesome. Just noise rock. Think Chicago. Think big. I don't know. It's more the like the Jesus Lizard or Butthole Surfers kind of. Maybe not quite surfers, but more of the Jesus Lizard end of things. I think that, David bands, Scratch Acid, where it's in that kind of vein. I believe they were out of Ohio. I know I've seen them at least once, but really good, kind of that mid '90s noise rock sound. I think if you like Jesus Lizard, this is as good as anything Jesus Lizard ever put out. Maybe it's just lacking the singles, really. And then Sean was pushing this album, so I went ahead and bit. See if that'll focus. There we go. Swans this year, deluxe edition. I don't know. It's 2 CDs. I believe there is a vinyl version, but the thing's over 2 hours, and it has to be like a 3-disc or they're really compressing the sound. It's one of those like real slow build kind of droney albums. It's a lot less. It's not like that industrial sound like the earlier stuff had. I do have some of their early stuff. I don't know, which I was kind of happy with it. But I never sold it, but I never got really into it either. But yeah, after a couple of listens, I'm really into this album. So I'm probably gonna pick up some of the other albums of this same era. But yeah, it's kind of droney. It has a little bit of a psychedelic edge. Definitely a bit dark. I don't say that's an asshole. I don't know. But yeah, this little booklet in there. It's got kind of neat packaging. But yeah, I'll definitely be checking out some of their other stuff. But kind of dark, kind of a little bit psych, but definitely heavy on the drone. So the Swans, and I'll be checking out more of this period. This was like 2012, I want to say. So yeah, thank you, Sean, for the tip off there. Picked this up a while back, but yeah, happy Mondays. Good God, I can't not read that. Pills and Thrills and Bellyaches. I forget where this falls in their discography. It did have a few of their hits on it. I think the first couple songs. I cannot read anything up with my glasses right now, man. Kinky Afro. That was a big hit for them. And I think Donovan or something was a big hit. I don't know. But yeah, this was worth checking out if you can get it on the cheap. I wouldn't if you like that early like late '80s, early '90s Britpop stuff. It's just pretty solid stuff. Just every once in a while, it's good to listen to that. Parliament, Chocolate City, of course, Washington D.C. Had a few hits, of course. Pretty solid album all the way around, 4.5 all day long. And these were like a thrift find a while back. Bought both because I thought it was like a. So one of these says it was like double album. They had the same covers. I bought both, but turns out one of this one is like a French release, which I guess was a double EP for some reason. Like there only has 4 tracks on there though. And then this one has like 7 tracks. But as far as I can tell, the American disc has all the tracks on it, so I'll be getting rid of the French one. It's alright. It's just live versions of some of their hits. I don't know. 98. I'll probably just replace it with, was it White Pony or whatever that one was? So White Pony, Silver Pony, whatever. I used to have that on CD. I'll probably just find it on CD, just replace this, be done. That's all the Deftones I need. Not a huge Deftones guy. It's a little bit nostalgic, but that's about it. It's all right. I wouldn't mess with the French releases because it's all broken up. Get the American one, even that, yeah, 3.5, maybe 4. I don't know, but I would definitely go with the studio albums unless you're a fanboy. If you're a fanboy, let me know. Maybe that's worth something. I'll sell it to you, whatever. I don't think it is though. Anyway, hope everyone else is doing fine. Me, just exhausted, and I just need to rest. So take care, everyone. Have a good evening, good week, whatever. I'll catch you maybe sometime next week because, yeah, I'm going to have the way things are going. I'll probably have a big stack again. Cheers.